Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this little series, I will be checking out different Sims ideas and DIYs and checking out if they work. What will I call this? I will call this YouTube recommended because these things are usually recommended to me by YouTube. So without further ado, let's get started, my friends. So the next two examples were shown to me, and those are YouTube videos made by Mita Sims, I believe the name was, and I hope I'm not butchering the name. But the first video is essentially you making almost like a makeshift bookshelf behind the stairs. And I was trying it, and I've made a ton of mistakes. At first I couldn't see which window she used. I tried different windows, and you will see how I'm failing a couple of times. I was about to throw in a towel when all of a sudden, as I was scrolling through, I found the right window. I went back to the video a couple of times as one of those YouTube shorts, and yeah, I tried it out and it seemed to work. I did some modifications. I added a second floor, I extended the wall, I did a couple of things to make it look similarly to how she had it in the video, in the short. At first I thought it was this very fancy window. It took me a lot of trial and error to figure out what she did, but at last, as I said, I found the right window and I was able to actually replicate it. I don't know why it didn't work the first time. I think I just used the wrong window, that's one, and two, I probably used the wrong bookshelf and also probably the wrong debug thing. She used paintings where I tried to use like a wall. I'm sure there's different variations you can do, but essentially what happened was just a lot of back and forth, and just when I was about to throw in the towel, I watched her short like 10 times over, and I decided to follow it as best as I can to the T this time. So at the very last, she used this one window from, I believe it was a base game window. I don't know, I couldn't see where it came from, but I want to say it was the base game. And the bookshelf she used was from the Dream Home Decorator. And yeah, I just thought it would work very nice, or I didn't think it would work, but I followed it to the T, and yeah, it did seem to work how intended. I even made sure to use the debug paintings to cover the window and the handles on the bookshelf, and yeah, it worked. And at some point I even tried my own little version of it where I used a different window. I used a small window from the debug menu, and I used a different kind of bookshelf. And yeah, the only reason I used this one, it gives you like a nice, would look like a ledge on the top and bottom. So I thought, oh, this would be a nice built-in bookshelf, and then the ledges, you can put little knickknacks on it. But yeah, it seemed to work. I was like, well, man, I gotta be careful what I'm doing then. So you can definitely play around with it. I'm probably gonna try different variations of it and see if other things work with this. Now the next one is also by Mita Sims, and it's the your Sims essentially are going to use a coffee table to do their work on their laptop. At first I forgot that she made the coffee table smaller so it would fit better. First try to raise the table or the little sitting area, and I was like, oh no, yeah, I remember she made it smaller, so I went back and yeah, I tried it out after. And yeah, man, it works. It works. I kind of wonder if there's other things you can do with something like that. And yeah, the Sims seems to just sit with their legs straight. Under, I actually tried to cover that little sitting area without thinking that, oh yeah, it's gonna look like it's I'm putting it on top of it even though it's smaller, so I put just a stack of books next to it to cover it up. I'm sure you can use some debug menu items to cover it up to make it look a little more inconspicuous. But yes, the Sims will essentially extend their legs and sit and do their work on the laptop, and I thought that was pretty freaking cool. And finally, and I sadly don't remember what I found this in, because that was like 4+ years ago where I saw this, where the person essentially made the desk small and then they put the laptop on it, on something else. I tried to putting it with this bookshelf as a little table, but it didn't work. But what will work, and you guys will see it, I know in the video, as I remember, I trying to remember who did that, because I don't remember where I saw it from, but I know they made like a makeshift desk out of like shelving units and other stuff, so you can really play around and make really interesting things. So that's what I did. I just, for giggles, I used the shelves and made like a makeshift desk, and I was like, there's no way this will work. And yep, it does work. I raised the shelves. I made like my own makeshift desk out of like shelving units. And you can really get creative with these, and that's why I do like The Sims. I feel like the creativity of its community never ceases to amaze me. So thank you very much for watching, my friends. Like, share, and subscribe, and let me know if you guys like this video. Check out Mita Sims. There are some cool ideas too. I'm probably gonna do more of these too, just checking out different Sims, maybe hacks or different building ideas, and hopefully I will be able to use them in my builds as well. Have a good one, friends.